Welcome back to the Slice of Life Enthusiast Central sort of hub, where today you're going to be bestowed upon a wonderful anime to watch that features all the things you crave, such as violence, emotional conflict, a KFC man bird thing, and much, much more. I introduce you to Hitori Bocchi no Marumaru Seikatsu, or for short, Hitori Bocchi. A lot of people may actually know this from the manga, which if you haven't read, I absolutely recommend. It's just as good of a time as the anime. Anyway, the anime particularly revolves around the main character named Hitori Bocchi, who is trying her best to make friends in a middle school full of complete strangers to her. Now this is pretty common, and you may be wondering what the catch is here. Well, she has a vomiting fetish. I'm kidding, of course, but she does have a tendency to do that when she has to present herself to the class, as shown when she's trying to introduce herself here.
Hitori-san?
But the socially incapable middle schooler does have a grueling task on her hands. The goal? To be friends with everyone in her class, to hopefully reunite with her childhood friend who cut ties with her for her own good, in the hope that she could develop new ones and not become overly reliant on one and be socially adaptable. I recognize that I may have made this sound a little more intense than it actually is, but I promise you that it's pretty wholesome and heartwarming, and I got a lot of laughs from it, so I'm positive you will too. Along the way, keep your eyes peeled for some of these wonderful characters you will encounter on this slice of life roller coaster. First up is Tsunoo Nako, Nako-chan, aka the Delinquent. She has a tendency to be pretty blunt and upfront about the situations at hand, and an intimidating aura or way she conducts herself to make her really fit that delinquent title, but nevertheless is very supportive of her friend Bocchi and offers her warm support when needed. Coming up next is Honshu Aru, or Aru-chan, the smug, little, and unfortunate girl. Despite thriving in middle school, playing sports such as tennis, or being the vice president, and basically seeming absolutely faultless, she gets her title from the moments where she just is abnormally unlucky at times. But she is able to cover it up pretty well, with everyone except those she is close with. I've gotta say though, she may be a bit abrasive if you bring up her misfortune, and by abrasive, I mean she isn't afraid to headbutt. Lastly, we've got the foreigner who for some reason can speak perfect Japanese, but scuff their English oh so slightly, Sotoga Rakita, or just Sotoga-chan. Despite having a distinctive look with her blonde hair and just generally foreign looks, her new glow slowly fades, and a reality appears that shows that she's actually quite lonely and could use a friend or two to help her settle in middle school. That, and she was also on a hunt to find a real ninja when she came to Japan. This anime also does something really cheeky and punny with some of their names. Here, let me show you. Hitori Bocchi is a Japanese pun referring to her lonely self, especially at the start of the anime. Tsunoo Nako is a pun basically referring to her being the honest child, showcased in her somewhat unfiltered criticism of others. Honshu Aru can be closely linked to the term hidden character, which is in reference to her fake public persona. And lastly, Sotoga Ratika refers to the fact she's a foreigner. Yeah, I can only imagine what they've named the other foreign students. I must admit though, for a cutesy and silly slice of life anime, they very much did commit big brain for something some people may have not taken note of right away. So that's a bit of the rundown as to what to expect, narratively speaking, and I guess characterly speaking in terms of the anime. And on that note, this concludes today's video on WeebOut. Show some love and support in the comments down below, and support with a like too. Let's finish off with a quick word from our sponsor.
Wah ha ha.